Hello, everybody, and welcome back once more to Anime Yay or Nay. I am TheOutbackAl.
I'm Yin&Jung.
I'm Chibi Noob.
I'm Envy Jitters.
I'm CheerandCosplay.
And I'm Kozi.
Yeah. Are we watching anime this week? Basically.
No.
Kinda.
You know what? I don't feel like I should intro this because I was not the one who introduced us to this. Envy, why don't you take this?
Oh boy, how do I introduce this movie? RRR is an Indian film released in 2022. I am not going to attempt to pronounce the director's name, but it was basically the epic of that country to end all epics. It's a 3-hour epic with action, drama, with bros, with music, everything you could think of. It got immensely popular, so much so that when it got an international release, people in America rightfully was like, what the hell is this movie? This movie is amazing. It even won Best Original Song at the 2023 Oscars for Not To, and I didn't watch it back then, but I finally caved and watched it last year, and I finally got the hype. It is kind of a period drama during the British occupation of India in the early 1900s, but
1920s.
It's I don't want to simplify the story too much because then I feel like I would do it a disservice, but it's basically an epic journey following two guys on opposite ends at the time of the political landscape, and as they come together to fight tyranny in their own way. That's the best way I can give the simple version of it.
And these were real historical figures that the director was just like, what if they met in real life?
Oh. They would have the most epic bromance the world has ever seen. That's what he thought.
So, this may be an oversimplification, but if I was to say what this movie was as far as a vibe goes, do you guys remember, Envy, you haven't seen Full Metal Alchemist yet, but do you guys remember when Lieutenant Armstrong and the teacher's husband met each other, didn't say a word to each other, immediately saw the other was built, and they both had a flexing
and
contest?
Took off their shirts.
Immediately respected each other and had like that Predator bro handshake moment. Didn't have to say a word, but they were like, bro. That's what this movie kind of felt like on a lot of levels. But then was also, actually... This is a good fucking movie. It deserves the praise that it gets, frankly.
There was a lot of Predator handshakes in this movie.
I mean, yeah, and it's like, you earned each and every one of them somehow. You usually only get one per movie. What the hell?
Like the biggest thing I worried about this movie going in for you guys is how you're willing to accept the absurdity. Because if you tried to analyze this movie in terms of real life, physics and how much punishment the human body could take, then obviously this movie falls apart. But if you look at it in terms of just pure over-the-top, balls-to-the-wall action and suspense, I think it delivers.
I actually expected it to be, more absurd than it was.
The thing is that Indian cinema is generally a bit over-the-top anyway, and... the thing about the physics is I feel like there's a little bit of suspension in disbelief even with American films, considering the amount of punishment the body goes through in some of those movies. So, I don't know. I kind of was just like, all right, we're going for it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I actually have not seen that much Indian cinema, full movies and whatnot, but I've seen...
This was my first one.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of clips on YouTube of, the most absurd moments. I've seen a guy riding a horse, do an Akira slide with the horse under a truck, and then get the horse back up and keep going, and, I think there was a guy who, the motorcycle clip from this one, someone did it with a helicopter. It's...
Right.
But I do think that largely, this movie makes it work in a big way because Rule of Cool can take you so far. As long as it's cool and entertaining, we don't care how dumb it is. We don't care how unrealistic it is. And I think something that really helped it was to actually make me take it seriously along the way is, despite how over-the-top ridiculous their action sequences are, this is actually weirdly enough, it is a really emotionally well-grounded film.
Yes.
And really works on that level. And that's like kind of because like I did come in here hoping for just like insane action the whole time, and I was like, damn, I'm actually really invested in these guys' relationship and their story and the whole thing. So like, good on you for me coming in hoping for just an action nutso fest, and instead being like, damn, really hit me there for a minute.
Yeah, it's like you cheer them on because like they go through such like emotional like through lines throughout the plot that it's like, yeah, they could do anything and I'd be like, you go, you know? Like, even if it's like crazy, I'm like, I'm happy they're doing it, you know?
Yeah, there's a couple crazy action. There are not as many crazy action sequences, so the few times they have, I think they're infrequent enough that it allows us to have one of those moments of, this is unrealistic, I don't care.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the movie's so, it's got you. I don't know. Anyone else have?
I think the big thing too is that the movie either works or doesn't work based on the performances and the connection between Beam and Raju. And I mean, I hear the actors that play them are really accomplished actors in India. So
they are the highest paid actors in India.
Oh, never mind that.
They are literally the darling children.
I could see it. I kind of want to watch more of them now, like check out some of their other movies. I don't know if anyone else felt this, but the guy, Rama, the guy who's on the British side of the thing of it, I don't think I've ever seen, other than the actual meme, I don't think I've ever seen someone so embody the Giga Chad vibe. Like, I don't know what it was. I'm like, yep, this is him. This is the Giga Chad, the ultimate bro.
You know what it is this was very much like the male fantasy, male gaze.
Oh yeah.
This was the ultimate for the boys.
Oh yeah, this is 100% for the boys. There are women here. Doesn't matter. This is for the boys. Let's be real here. They had an entire like montage after they met of them falling in love with each other. Any other movie, that is a romantic montage. I kind of want to watch this again now. I watched this yesterday. I kind of want to watch it again, or at least watch through some clips of it and just geek out a little bit, because this was really fucking good.
I mean, what did everybody else think?
I think I will be a dissenting opinion of, like, there's nothing wrong with it. I did not really enjoy it. I don't think it is that amazing or entertaining.
Aww.
It's not my brand of entertainment, though.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, cinematically, they did a really good job.
My opinion is it was a tad too long for me, and that's not real. That's more of a me thing, not really so much on the movie. Like, cinematography was good, and I really enjoyed the story. I found, and this is like a production distribution nitpicky thing, so I tried watching it in Hindi with like English subtitles because I was like, I want to, watch it in like the original language. Turns out Hindi is not the original language.
It's Urdu.
The original language is Telugu, which is like a sort of like a one of the languages that they speak in I want to say like 2 states in India. And Telugu cinema is called Tollywood, so this is a Tollywood film.
Mm-hmm.
So when they were doing the Hindi dub over, the words weren't matching up with their lips, and I was like, wait a minute, what is going on here? So I found that out, and I was like,
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That actually has a pretty big cultural significance because Telugu and all of that is part of like the minority in India.
Mm-hmm.
They are an oppressed people who've like fought and did not get sovereignty of their own land until 2014, I think they said. So that's the other thing. Beam is like a Telugu hero who the nation like completely disregarded until again around 2014 when Telugu was gaining its independence.
Oh, it's good that he's getting the recognition then. Something tells me that the real person probably didn't have the same feats, but if you're gonna, you know what, I'm fine with it because he was freaking awesome here.
So, like, online and stuff, do they have, like, the original version? Like, can we watch the original dub?
The Telugu language version premiered on television. I think the Hindi version is just what we have here on American Netflix.
Yeah.
Kind of unfortunate.
They have other language variations of this available, but...
Yep.
Use the power of the VPN.
Yeah.
Put yourself in India.
I could do that. Do you guys not have VPNs?
No.
Damn, how do you go on the dark web? I don't go on the dark web. What am I talking about?
So it can be found in Telugu on what's called Z5, which I'm not really sure where that is, but like where we could find that. But that is a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be out there somewhere, but it sounds like for international distribution, they mostly went with a Hindi dub on it. Probably for accessibility, because there's a lot of other Hindi language movies.
Hindi is also, like, aside from English, one of the most widely, like, spoken. It's like it's the language of their government.
Yeah.
Essentially, for India. So, it's kind of like how,
Mandarin and Cantonese for China?
Yeah, that, and also, Florence's dialect in Italian, that's the Italian national language versus like the other dialects of the country.
Yeah. This is an interesting thing of like the different kind of ways that you can go with like different dialects and stuff. We might have to watch more international cinema.
I'd be down.
I mean, beyond just, I guess, anime, which is also technically international cinema. But some less mainstream international cinema every now and then.
Well, but I guess I didn't know that about the Telugu versus Hindi language. I just felt like watching the dubbed over voices in English would have been distracting for me, so that's why I thought it was mostly authentic. But
so if you watch this in English, the colonizers win.
They did have them speaking in Telugu, but they only spoke it in the jungles with Beam's tribe.
Gotcha.
That kind of makes sense a little bit, because when they're in, because they're mainly in Delhi for the most of the movie, so most of the people there would be probably speaking
Hindi.
The lip flaps did match up a lot of the time. It was just when they were in the jungle.
Yeah. Like,
oh no, I was seeing the lip flaps not match up in a lot of places.
I'm gonna throw out
So I do think they actually used all of the languages when they recorded it.
Yeah.
Because the English was in English and the Hindu, and they had the Urdu announcements as well.
Yeah.
Like there were people speaking Urdu.
I'll tell you, I was also noticing the lip flap thing. I'll tell you why it didn't bug me, and this might just be, again, went to film school, seen a bunch of international stuff. So many international movies, at least back in the day, regardless of whether they were putting it back into the same language of the country it was made in, a lot of them were dubbed, like, regardless of the language. So old movies used to get dubbed so much, even if it was an English movie with English actors speaking English, they'd still dub it in English. And you'd always occasionally have like this weird sort of thing going on with it. So I guess that's why I didn't notice it as much. Can we talk about the story a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got one guy. I want to make sure I have these names right.
Raja and Beam.
Raja is with the British, who are in control of India at the time, and he is trying to work his way up through the military police.
Kind of propaganda for the first half.
A little bit, yeah. And then Beam is the protector of a tribe out in the forests and
jungles.
One of the Telugu, and one of the children of the tribe is taken by I don't know what his name is, but it's Ray Stevenson and his wife who kidnapped this girl.
Governor Scott Buxton.
I think of him as Frank Castle, but you know, he's actually has a lot of good stuff on his filmography.
I wonder if he was filming Ahsoka right when this movie came out, because his outfit and hair in the movie just looks exactly like Baylan Skoll from Ahsoka.
Oh yeah, I'd imagine. Because this was coming out in 2022 when the thing came out in 2023. I'd imagine something around there.
He passed right around then.
Yeah, that's a shame. But, you know, he put in some good performances, and even he gets, like, some really crazy over-the-top actions. Everyone gets a little bit of a crazy over the top action sequence in this, which is kind of great. But yeah, you have these two guys. One and the government gets informed. Yeah, the hunter is coming, and he's coming for the girl. And they're like, well, we'll get someone to deal with the hunter. So that's how Raja and Beam get essentially. One of them is trying to get in to get the girl, and one of them is trying to get that guy. And it's like sort of it's not the same thing, but I was reminded a little bit of The Departed, where it's like you have a guy who's a mole for the mob in the state police and a guy from the state police who's a mole in the mob, and they're both trying to find each other a little bit. But yeah, then they end up becoming the best friends. The bestest friends that have ever bested friends.
Because they do not know who each other is.
Yep.
And Kozi also drew the comparison to A Way Out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was more how I thought it was gonna end.
Okay.
It did not end that way, but it could have.
No, I could see it.
I honestly think it would have been better if it had ended like A Way Out. I have some feelings about the character of Raja, but I'll wait.
No, I hear you. Because he's got complicated stuff. What's up?
I have some feelings about the romance plot.
Is it even a romance plot?
I don't know, but I didn't like the one romance.
I don't feel like it even was, if I'm being honest. Maybe.
It felt like it was trying to be for a hot minute with that one white lady.
Yeah.
Oh, Jenny.
Oh. No, it was a romance.
Right?
She came and she got with him at the end.
It was a romance, and I didn't like it. I don't know.
I'm gonna
Very
choose to
white
ignore it because it felt like a very platonic hug to me. But
I think it was trying to be a romance. I don't know.
I think it was a romance on her end.
Too.
I am just gonna simply go off like I'm gonna choose to ignore it because I'm like, oh, he's looking at this girl, and there's like, oh, she's very pretty. Yeah, she's pretty connected. Maybe we could use her to get in. I'm like, okay, yeah, because
But it didn't go that way, man.
I know it did, but she's so fucking boring.
She's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was a romance on her end, but I think he originally befriended her for the opportunity to get into the palace or whatever that thing was.
Originally, but did it stay that way? I feel like he was kind of into her.
All right, let's just say this. Both of the lead male characters of this movie have female characters their characters are, air quotes, in love with. We know who they're really in love with.
This film doesn't pass the Bechdel test.
I don't care about that. We know these two are in love with each other. Yeah. So just the plot is a very fun like cat and mouse thing for like the first half of the movie, and then epic fights and epic betrayals, and then epic. I feel like I'd be overusing the word epic for a lot of stuff in here, but you know, it's
epic rescues.
Epic rescues.
Oh yeah,
epic
the whole
reveals.
Train. Yeah, the whole. I mean, you could basically describe this movie as, okay, what set piece can you top the next? Because you're thinking, okay, when they rescue the kid from the burning train on the bridge, you're thinking, okay, you can't top this. Okay, well then, what about when Beam unleashes a literal zoo's worth of wild animals into a party, and they literally fight each other with flames and a water hose. So we're fighting whips of fire and water. You're thinking, okay, you can't top that. Or how about when Raju literally takes on over 1,000 protesters all at once, a 1 versus 1,000 man army, or Raju fights a tiger in a jungle, or the literal climax of the movie where
it was Beam in the jungle,
or Beam, and then or the very end of the movie with the two of them going guns akimbo and bow and arrow.
The end of the movie
entire British Army
is the weirdest game of gay chicken I've ever seen.
A little bit, but I'd watch it 100 times.
Honestly, I feel like that end, like, very dramatic, like, battle sequence, like, where Raja just shows up and he's, like, standing surrounded by fire, like, in, like, basically in the appearance of, like, a Hindu, god of fire, like, about to strike vengeance upon his foes. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, and that's where I got a lot of the anime rep. That's why I felt like this movie was an anime, because, like, there's so many moments that just I've seen and have shown in anime before, and just how they're able to fight off, you know, debilitating wounds within a matter of minutes. It's like, okay, yeah, we're good. Keep going.
Their outfits at the end of the movie is how they are actually like depicted in like all of the stories about them that are told. So like for Raju, it's very like the orange pants, the shirtless, the bow, the long hair. And for Beam, it is more of like the decked out in furs thing.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm gonna say this and be aware. I am not nearly as familiar with theology and mythology of Indian theology and mythology. I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself so much, but I know that Hindi stuff, legends, different like cosmology and different stuff has the concept of the avatar of like being an avatar for like a god's presence on Earth or something, and this might just be me talking out of my ass. I felt like at the end they were like literally the avatars of just gods of battle, and that's why they are. And I think genuinely that's exactly why they are. It's totally realistic that they are doing everything that they are doing.
Beam has been deified by his tribe.
Okay.
Not Raju.
I think he took the bow from a Rama shrine. Maybe they were becoming the embodiment of Rama in that moment. I'm probably like talking blasphemous things right now, so don't take anything I'm saying seriously.
The song that was playing in the background was a song about Rama, so they might have been trying to channel that a little bit.
Yeah. In any case, one of the coolest action sequences I've seen this year.
And yet that was not the most popular scene from the movie. The most popular scene from the movie was the Natu dance.
Yeah.
Was that the white people dance off?
Yes, that was the dance off.
That was very good. Very traditional Bollywood.
Yeah. I did also really like, and it's just one shot. It's almost like not a throwaway, but like I did like the one shot of the black drummer who just gives that look of whenever the white guy is like trying to explain dance to somebody. He's like, this motherfucker. Like, I was just like, oh, yeah, I know that look. and then he gets his ass stomped. Oh, but then they had to turn on each other and see who could be the real dance champion. Oh, and then the one guy takes a fall for his bro.
He's a true bro.
He's a true bro.
True bro.
I think more action movies should have just like full out dance scenes in the middle of the movie.
Look, if they're going to be that cool, absolutely, I'm 100% there with you. I think part of it, this entire movie, I want to give praise to the cinematographer. I'm probably going to butcher this name, but KK Sinthal Kumar, amazing job. Like, all right, this is going to not sound as good. This is going to not sound like a compliment, but it is. This is shot kind of like a Michael Bay movie, where every single second, everything has to look epic. Like, Michael Bay, I am not a fan of any of his, like, stories, usually. He's not a very good storyteller, but the man knows how to frame a shot to make it look amazing no matter what's happening. And this guy is doing the same thing. What are we doing? Is it something completely mundane or silly? Doesn't matter. It's gonna be the coolest thing you're seeing today. I'm like, I gotta give you so much praise for that, because it was awesome.
Yeah, well, except unlike Michael Bay, this movie didn't have lens flares and shots of asses and explosions every 5 seconds.
No, they just had them going shirtless and flexing.
I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm trying to think about what to talk about here. Like, I think the only complaint I might have, and this is small, is that the acting from the white actors is extremely stilted.
Especially that one dude. I don't know.
Dancy Boy?
Dancy Boy. Did not like his acting.
That's probably an artistic choice.
Possibly.
I'm also willing to bet they did not actually understand the language.
And that's something that I have seen in other films. I know that I've seen English language films that were directed by directors from Europe who didn't really speak English. And I know there were a few of them where they're like, I want you to say the lines exactly how I phonetically want to hear them, which doesn't always work whenever it's actually happening in conversation. So that might be a part of the situation. If it's intentional, okay, fine. Make them look silly. That's fine. That could be part of the point. Because I will say this, it's either makes Ray Stevenson look way better as an actor that he was the only one who got it, or it makes him intimidating as a villain because he's the only competent person in the story on that side. Did anyone else think that the one recurring guard with the helmet looked like J.D. Vance?
No, but
I do now.
Now you're thinking about it. Something about the face and like the beard and everything, and just the general always looking like a sourpuss sort of thing. I'm just like, I've seen that face before. I don't like it.
The only major quote-unquote nitpick I have, other than, the movie is 3 hours long, is the animal CGI is not good at all. But yet again, I know they're not going to use real animals for the stunts they did in that movie, so
True.
I'd rather them at least use shitty CGI than risk, killing or hurting animals doing those stunts.
I think they could have totally pulled off a totally safe with real tiger mauling.
Yes.
Okay, granted, I've probably seen worse CGI. I've definitely seen worse CGI, but
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say I've seen worse CGI and I didn't mind it that much.
We're children of the 90s.
Well, even
I didn't
today,
mind it that much either.
I've watched live action anime movies from Japan. Like, they're still back in the 80s as far as that technology goes, frankly.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I wonder if part of it is, I think, because we talked about the cinematography is very like, we're going to enhance everything. The action is super over the top. The bromance is super over the top. Like, I think sometimes when you have enough of a movie, even, again, one that's really, like, well-grounded from, like, an emotional narrative standpoint, when you have enough things that feel over the top, when I'm then seeing an insane thing happening with a clearly CGI thing, I think I just roll with it. Much better.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the CGI didn't ruin the movie for me at all. I'm just saying, like, I if I have to be objective, like, the whole, especially when they show the tiger close up to Beam in the jungle scene, and then when they slow down, like, it was a cool ass shot when all the animals burst out of their cages and boxes, but still, you could tell that it was, fake.
These guys know how to make an entrance no matter where or when it is.
Personally, the lip flaps bothered me more than the animals.
Raju's character bothered me.
Yeah.
How so?
Talk about it? Okay, so at the moment where he comes to the conclusion, he's gonna go free Beam, right?
Mm-hmm.
His whole thing was that he was trying to get guns, and he's done a lot of heinous shit to achieve that.
Yep.
And he just admitted that the ends did not justify the means, because he got to his ends without having those means. So he really just committed a bunch of fucking war crimes against his own people for nothing.
Isn't that what I was saying?
And that just gets gets swept under the rug.
I'm gonna, at least to what you were saying.
I don't know, man.
At least to what you were saying about he's done all these horrible things. And I'm like, he's going off the thing of ends justify the means. That you brought that up before he just dropped it. And was like, no, I'm just going to save my friend now.
But I was like, do the ends justify the means?
It is a good question. Nothing for nothing.
I don't know.
But
The ends did not justify the means, though. So I feel like he should not, in the context of this movie, have been lauded as a hero because he didn't even get the guns.
technically,
So
Bean
he
got
did
the
all-
guns, though.
Bean got the guns, but what he was doing, his undercover work, did not get the guns. So he did a bunch of heinous shit, and he's getting lauded as a hero in the movie.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even feel like guilt or remorse about it by the end.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree.
I mean, that being said, he did be one of two guys who just blew up what feels like the entire occupation in one go.
Also, the actual historical Raju did not at all work with the cops. He very specifically stole guns from cops and then taunted them about it. But he was as anti-cop, anti-British as you could get, so I feel like that's a weird choice, but if people in India are okay with it, I feel like it's not my place to be like, oh, kind of a
And that's fair.
Ugh.
That's fair. It is their depiction, and yeah. I would, and you saying that though, I would like to see that version a little bit.
I feel like they did this because they just needed like the moral conflict, especially between like the two guys. But it's just like, I agree that like if you think of it from like an ethical standpoint, I don't like what he did,
So,
you know?
In real life, like they were operating like rebellions in the same time period, but they were fighting against essentially two separate enemies. Because Raju was fighting against the British occupation in Delhi directly.
Yeah.
Beam was fighting the empowered nobles, like the empowered Indian nobles that Britain installed. Like the people who were traitors to the cause. So that is actually very spot on, but
I can see how if you did it accurately, there's no way that these two would be on the opposite side, and then you'd have to have them fight and then come back together again. Which I did like seeing in this movie, but yeah.
So Raju did not particularly care if you sold out to Britain or anything like that. He did still subscribe to the caste system. So he probably would have been part of the Indian class system oppressing Beam's people if the British weren't there.
Okay. Well, the question would become, would Beam then be an enemy to him if he wasn't backed by the British? I mean, we're going into very, like, I'm going into very hypothetical, like, how would this work, but
I do think they would have still been enemies, because I do not think Raju would have been like, why are you killing other Indians? Kill the British.
Okay.
I feel like this could have worked if these were two historical figures being fictionalized, and these just being two very different people who happen to like come together through varying circumstances and end up taking down some colonizers. But I don't know. I'm not, this is not an American movie. I don't really feel like I really get a say for that, but
fair.
That's just my thoughts.
I do wonder, because there is plenty of ways, and there's been plenty of movies that like add fictional characters to conflicts to then, in the narrative of the movie, resolve them faster. But I wonder about, like, does it make it a stronger appeal to invest in the story when it is historical figures?
I mean, yeah, because everything that takes place in here is pure fiction. Like, both Raju and Beam, like, they were killed for revolting. They did not win, so...
Yeah. So is this, in a way, at least from an accuracy standpoint, comparable to something like Braveheart, which is a wildly historically inaccurate movie?
Probably.
I also still kind of like Braveheart.
Honestly, yeah.
It's got some...
No, I think now that you've said it, like, yeah, I guess the Indian equivalent of Braveheart. And we know how Americans be about Braveheart.
Americans do like Braveheart.
Add it to the list.
You haven't seen Braveheart?
But
nope.
It's also really long, so...
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage?
That was Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson,
I'm sorry.
Which, got your own problem with
the
that
facial
situation,
features.
but...
No. The facial features are too similar between the two.
Between Mel Gibson and Nicolas Cage?
Yes. I will go into this if we do Braveheart.
Cool. So, when is the last time you saw an eye doctor?
They gave her the wrong prescription, if you want to know.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
I was making a joke. Now I actually feel bad.
They don't account for dyslexia at the eye doctor.
I don't think dyslexia makes you face blind.
No, but dyslexia does affect whether or not I can accurately read letters off of the board.
Yeah, that's true. I do think it's interesting that they have, like, the awesome, really well-received period piece epics where they're fighting the British, and both are very inaccurate, I guess.
I was gonna say, at least one thing everyone can agree on.
England's
Fuck
usually
the
the
British.
problem.
say both are
I
true.
guess we should specify the British Empire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Britain nowadays is fine.
I feel like Britain knows their history and generally is like, yeah, no, any time before 1940, we were probably the problem. We've talked about the action, we talked about some dancing, we talked about the stories, we talked about some historical some narrative liberties taken, I guess we could call it. Anything else you guys want to cover with this?
During the final thing, once Bean picks up his motorcycle, I'm like, oh, where are they gonna get a horse? And then the guy with the horse rode in, and I'm like, a fucking horse. What a silly question that was.
I like that you were like, oh, he's got to jump on the motorcycle. I'm like, he doesn't ride motorcycles. He rides a horse.
Yeah, I saw the back seat and I thought he was gonna like be on the thing with him, but nope, he got a horse.
I'm on a horse.
No, I immediately thought that was gonna be a callback to the beginning.
Yeah.
It was like, where
Yeah.
we have not seen anyone with a horse throughout this entire sequence. Where is he getting the horse?
I do think
And then just one guy with a horse.
I mean, it is kind of a thing for both of them of like they are kind of shown to be like these equal but opposite power points of like fire, water, and like there's an element of Beam's character. There's a lot of mechanical stuff around him. He works as a mechanic, he rides motorcycles and all that sort of stuff. And there is the point with Raju where he's connected with fire, connected with guns, and for some reason horses as well, which I guess, you know, in a large sense, historically are a figure of authority or a symbol of authority in a lot of ways, so that kind of works with it.
Another little nitpick here, Beam is the one more associated with, like, guns and shooting and
Really?
bows.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, Raju stole guns, but I don't think he was a fighter.
Interesting.
I think he was a tactician.
But like, yeah, I do like that at almost every point they are kind of having that mode, because like they meet on a motorcycle and a horse. Then they have a motorcycle and a horse during their falling in love montage. Then they have the motorcycle and the horse at the end. But we're also forgetting, whenever they storm the palace area, Beam shows up on a mechanical thing, on a truck, and then Raju rides in on a carriage with horses and fire. These two know how to make fucking entrances, and I love it.
Can we talk about what a stupid fucking plan that rescue operation was with the bridge?
Yeah, sure. I know. I'm not gonna say that I didn't love every second of it, though.
Okay, but like, they just gesture at each other vaguely. And somehow they communicated perfectly. We're gonna tie the same piece of rope to ourselves and then jump off opposite ends of the bridge.
I'd like to
That's the power of romance.
Yeah, I'm gonna take
They
it
only
back.
need to communicate with their eyes.
Yes.
Exactly. I'm gonna take it back to my Full Metal Alchemist. This is the vibe of the entire movie thing. Those two didn't need to exchange words either. They immediately knew what the other guy was about, and they're like, I am with you on it, bro.
In the time it took Beam to get up to the bridge, for them to tie the rope to themselves and then hop off the bridge, Beam could have just swam out to pull the kid away.
Quite possibly. Or,
Like I said,
Raju-
logic be damned.
or Raju jumps in, grabs the kid, and swims away. They both look like they can swim. You know, actually, I don't know that either of them can swim. Because whenever they get in the water, they're both just walking on the bottom.
Yeah. They might not be able to swim. Also, swimming out there might push the oil around in the water and spread the fire further.
I mean, it's a river.
Making
It's
it hard
moving
to
no
get to.
matter
I mean,
what.
the kid was swimming. The kid was swimming and got back on the boat instead of swimming away from the fire.
Yeah, it's
Like,
a very
L Kid
contrived.
kind of deserved it.
Maybe. But we wouldn't have had that epic moments. We needed those epic moments.
Yeah, just kind of as soon as something happened, I'm like, okay, what incredibly weird thing is gonna happen now? And it was just kind of like, I'm not gonna expect them to do anything like normal people. This is just not how they do things here.
Being normal is for normal people, and it's lame.
Also, like, just a moment of thought that could have saved a lot of, like, problems for Raju. Instead of torturing the guy to get information, hey, I'm working to try and get in the good graces of the British so I can steal all their guns. Can you tell me where Beam is so I can talk to him? So we can make him fake turning himself in or me bringing him in? And then we can also avoid the whole torture scene because Beam probably would have knelt down.
Yeah.
You
So-
believed him?
So I'm gonna say, like, this is, like, no one wants to tell anybody anything. This is, like, non-communication. It's one of those things that causes a lot of conflicts in movies and TV. Not communicating.
I think I think there's two reasons for it. I think one is a narrative structure thing. You need to have the moment of the reveal of these things, otherwise it doesn't have as much of an impact. And you need to save it for moments of high drama and high tension and sort of stuff like that. I think from an in-story perspective, I'm wondering if Raju's thoughts on it were, I need to keep this as close to the chest as possible. No one can know until it's absolutely certain that I get what I
His
came
whole
for.
fucking village knew.
Yeah, and none of them are in Delhi who could, get information to someone else.
He was sending non-encrypted letters to his girlfriend.
Not that often. Apparently, they hadn't heard from him in a few years. At least from what the dialogue was
And then
saying
he
on our
just
part.
straight out spells out his plan and sends it off to her like no one's gonna look at his fucking correspondence.
Fair. He might not have been thinking super clear
I'm
at that
gonna
moment.
steal all the guns in like the next 2 weeks. XOXO, can't wait to see you.
I hear you. I do. I'm just saying what I think the internal logic of the story was. Whether it makes sense is an entirely separate discussion. Because let's
I
be
don't
honest,
think-
most movies, they don't make sense.
No.
Raju as a character is just a bad character.
But he's kind of still fucking awesome.
I mean, I don't think the propaganda moments were that cool. And I don't think, like, the torturing people was that cool.
Yeah, but everything else.
I mean, there was not much else to him.
There wasn't other awesome moments with him and his bromance with Beam? That was the whole movie.
I mean, we see him torture Beam.
A little bit. One scene. I don't know. Anyone else have other points of interest to talk about? Okay. Well, overall here, I think this is a yay for me. I thought this movie was wildly entertaining. And maybe some historical hiccups. Otherwise, I'd watch this again very easily. So, yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really well done movie. Like the cinematography, the acting, the music, all of that were great. I think it was really enjoyable and had great action. I can see why it gets the hype it gets. I didn't know too much about it before, so I'm glad that we got to see it. And I'd like to see more similar movies. I think it was really well done.
I enjoyed this. It was a little on the long side, but visually it was really nice to look at, and I enjoyed the dance sequence. That was fun. Maybe would have done a couple little different things with writing and the characters and things, but overall, I enjoyed it.
I mean, considering I was the one that wanted you guys to watch this film, yeah, it's a full yay for me. Honestly, my only nitpicks in the movie is the length, and even then, I don't think it was. Surprisingly enough, I didn't think it was too long. I felt like maybe some things could have been trimmed, but honestly, I felt like this is a weird comparison, but it kind of felt like Endgame for me, where I didn't mind the 3 hours because I felt like it was worth the 3 hours for the story they wanted to tell. And the CG animals was my only other major nitpick. So, and I agreed with Al on the Raju debate, but I didn't want to drag that debate out longer. So, it's a full yay for me. It may not be everyone's cup of tea because, again, your enjoyment of the movie is based on how willing you're able to suspend your suspension of disbelief. But yeah, if you can just want to go enjoy a high octane ride that is the ultimate bro movie, then I would say watch it.
Yeah, I think this movie is a masterpiece. I think the cinematography is god tier. I think the scoring is beautiful. This is a hard yay for me. Technically, yes. All the technical elements, they did a really good job on. But I'm overall just a meh. If you enjoy absurdism, then it's your cup of tea. But I would not watch again.
Oh my god, I just realized Ray Stevenson's wife in this is Elsa from The Last Crusade.
Indiana Jones, yeah.
I did not register
She's
that
in
until just now.
2 of the
I'm
best
sorry.
action movies of all time,
Yeah.
only decades apart.
And also as a Bond girl from A View to a Kill.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Well, that was basically anime.
Yes.
I think next month we'll be
Yep.
going back to regular anime.
Mm-hmm.
So this was definitely for the boys. I'm thinking the next month is... Kozi, is next month for the boys, would you say?
I don't remember what next month is.
Clamp.
Oh, it's Clamp. No, it's not for the boys.
Oh dear. Well,
Fuck the boys.
doesn't matter. Doesn't
I
matter.
mean,
that
boys
it's
can enjoy it, but
I'm sure the boys can
It's not-
enjoy it. This boy definitely enjoyed what we saw of Clamp
I
during
mean-
the tournament.
It's for the gay boys.
I'm a little
There you
bit
go.
there sometimes. I was definitely feeling some feelings whenever I saw Raju shirtless, so, whatever. Yeah, so we had some fun with some Clamp shows during the tournament, despite it being the tournament and being so much. So, let's watch some Clamp shows. We got some stuff coming up for Clamp, a lot of which were recommended from our Clamp specialist, Kozi. We got, next week we're doing Chobits. Then afterwards we have XXX Holic, and then Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles, and X 1999. But I believe the series is just called X, but it's based on the manga X 1999. So
Yes.
yeah, we're gonna be checking out all those. Anything to hype beforehand that we should know going in, or should we just go in like kind of cold?
Chobits is a bit weird because it's about sex robots. It just right off the bat, I do want to warn you about that.
Sounds very relevant to the times
I
we
was
live
just
in.
about to say that. I was just about to say that.
So Chobits is set next year?
Could be, yeah.
Oh,
No, there's
what a
already
horrible
there's
idea.
already prototypes for them already.
Ugh. What about these other ones? Do I have anything else to worry about?
XX Holic and Tsubasa are crossover series that came out at the same time with, it's either called Legal Drug or Drug and Drop. They changed the title of it.
Okay.
So those are all extremely relevant to each other. And then X is, I don't know a good way to describe it.
Okay.
Just going blind.
Then let's go in blind. You have no idea how to describe this anime. That sounds extremely interesting to me.
Cece's gonna love the main character because he is a bitch.
Oh.
Oh, well, there we go. We got bitches next week. Or next month. Alright. So come back for Chobits and the rest of our Clamp. I'm trying to find a fun thing to call it. Clamp.
The Clamp Connection.
The Clamp Connection. Oh my god. They do have crossover stuff. The Clamp Connection. Oh my god.
It's all technically crossover.
Envy, you're on your game. I like it. Alright. We'll do that and then we'll do other stuff probably as well. We'll figure out what we're doing for the rest of the year. Come back for that. Or don't. I don't care. We're not in a tournament anymore. Actually, do come back. It's probably going to be a lot more fun now that we actually don't have to watch so many fucking things so many fucking times.
How many episodes are we doing?
Probably just 3, like the usual thing. But if you want to watch more, you can watch more, or if you know more, you can talk about it. But yeah, so 3 episodes of Chobits, and then we'll go from there. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon for notifications. If you enjoy this video, give us a like, and if you haven't already, check out some of our previous episodes, our daily gaming videos, or our parody series Madoka Magically Abridged. See you next time!